Many people think that Botox is only used for the wrinkles of the face. But here at MBB, we actually have a couple of other areas that we'd like to treat as well. We can help you with excessive sweating under your arms, grinding of your teeth, unhappy smile lines, improvement of your jawline, as well as chronic back, neck and shoulder pain. Let's talk about excessive sweating first. We've all experienced this. I think it's so relatable. That first meeting with your new boss, or the blind date that your friend arranged for you, and before you know it, these dreaded sweat circles develop under your arms. Let me show you how Botox can fix this. So this is a diagram explaining to you how the sweat glands work. We basically have two types of sweat glands in the body. We have an eccrine, small little gland all over the body, and an apocrine gland. These glands are a little bit larger and tend to be found in the underarm area and in the groin. They typically produce a thicker secretion, making the armpits and the groin area very quickly become smelly. So how does Botox work in stopping excessive sweating? Very similar to the way that it blocks or prevents the communication between a nerve and a muscle, it so too prevents the communication between a nerve and the gland. So your nerve wants to give little impulses to these sweat glands to contract and to release its sweat up all the way along the duct and onto your skin. So when we inject Botox, we stop this process from happening. You cannot get a response in your sweat gland, and the sweat cannot go to the surface of your skin. Now, of course, this doesn't happen all over your body. This is just specifically in the area where we've injected Botox, typically under your arms, on the palms of your hand, or the soles of your feet. Now, this treatment does not affect all the sweat glands in the body. Don't stress about going to gym and being unable to sweat, or being warm and not being able to cool your body down. These injections only work in the area where we've injected. They last around 6 to 9 months, and then the activity of that sweat gland will return to normal. But it will leave you with a good amount of time wearing your favorite colored t-shirts without that dreaded sweat ring forming. The next area we're going to be talking about is your masseter muscle and your temporalis muscle. These muscles are responsible for us grinding on our teeth. And just as if you've ever been to the dentist and they tell you that you are grinding your teeth or breaking down your enamel or cracking your fillings, this is your answer. We do, of course, need these muscles, and they are used for forceful biting down when we take a bite out of an apple, and even it helps us to chew and masticate our food. When we inject Botox, what we do is we soften the resting tone of this muscle, making it less able to contract forcefully and sparing the enamel of your teeth a while longer. You'll save a lot on your next dentist visit. The next area we're going to be talking about is this chronic tension and pain that we often develop in our neck and our shoulders. Now, modern lifestyles unfortunately force a lot of us to do desk work. It's many hours spent behind the desk sitting in poor posture positions, and we are just not getting all the exercise we need. If you've tried every option out there and you still struggle to get rid of the spasms in your neck and in your shoulders, Botox might just be the answer. So we don't, with these Botox treatments, weaken the muscle completely as we would do with face treatments, but we just want to slightly reduce the tension that builds up in this muscle so that you can have an improved posture, that your physio and occupational therapy will be able to give you more results, and that you will be looking better and with a more toned back and less hump. But remember, Botox does not replace the need for good exercising, correct posture, and walking and sitting correctly. Next up, the Nefertiti neck lift. Now, as the name suggests, this was named after a very famous historic figure, Queen Nefertiti. Like her counterpart Cleopatra, she was a very famous Egyptian queen, known for a beautiful long neck. And this treatment was named in honor of her. So if you've ever found that your face starts to sag a little bit, your jawline is just not quite as defined as it used to be, this may very well be the treatment for you. So in this treatment, we focus on treating your platysma muscle, which is a very, very thin muscle band that runs all the way along your neck into the face. And we, at very strategic points, deposit small little bits of Botox to make this muscle less active. When the platysma muscle or the neck muscle contracts forcefully, we get pull down of the face, which makes us look saggy and makes our jawline less defined. When we treat with a little bit of Botox, it gives us that youthful, sharper looking jaw. So if you've ever thought that your face is perhaps losing its shape around the jaw, or you're starting to develop a little bit of jowling, this may be the perfect treatment for you. It is safe, effective, and still leaves you with a very natural looking result. So those are the 4 conditions, unexpected conditions, that we can very effectively treat with Botox. Excessive sweating, teeth grinding, chronic neck and muscle tension, and a sagging neckline. Botox is not just an aesthetic treatment. It is actually a medical tool that can give us great relief to these 4 concerns. So if you find that these are some problems that you experience, talk to your doctor. Or if you like this video and find it useful, please follow and like, subscribe to our video. And if you've got some friends who are suffering with similar issues, please forward this video so that I can help them too.